Hi, I'm Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. We're the NC Beer guys. Welcome to another episode of the NC Beer Buzz. And we found our way to Carolina Beach and to Good Hops Brewing. And Patricia Jones is one of the owners out here. She and her husband, Richard. And you may know the Joneses from their son does the great work up at Lookout Brewing in Black Mountain. And they found their way to the coast and are doing great things down here for almost a year now.
Almost a year, June 20th.
June 20th, so they've not quite been in a year. And they are right down there. What is, is this 421 still, or where are we in Carolina Beach?
They call this Dow Road.
Dow Road.
Yes, and we're on the corner of Harper. And Harper dead ends at the boardwalk for Carolina Beach.
Okay. So the beach is only what, 3/4 of a mile down the road?
Half a mile, and you'll be on the beach.
And the North Carolina Aquarium is in the other direction.
About 4 miles.
Okay. So a huge, major traffic on these highways.
Yes.
And we're sitting in the tasting room. The brewery is behind us and the tasting area. And it's a Saturday afternoon and we're open and there's all kinds of traffic going on. So if I get distracted and lose my place, you have to excuse me. But there's lots going on here. So thanks for having us in.
We love it.
We
missed you.
We did a great flight and we've been drinking all around and just amazing beers. It's just, we're so impressed.
Thank you.
We were when we were at Lookout, of course, but we didn't know if you would do the same thing down here or not. So catch us up. What possessed you to do this at Carolina Beach?
Well, when you were at Lookout, we were probably 3 months old, and within 6 months, we had outgrown that facility.
Right.
And John wanted to open a second brewery. We contacted the ABC Commission, and she said, go home. I'm the only mother that ever went with her son to get a brewery permit.
Right.
So she knew who I was, and she said, go home and start a brewery in Wilmington.
Right.
So we listened, and she had a lot of wisdom behind her.
Now, did you know anything about Carolina Beach to speak of?
We had retired here originally.
Okay.
And we wanted to come home, so it worked out so perfect.
So you were already here then?
Yes, we had been here. We spent a year with John, helping him build out that brewery.
Oh, okay. See, I had the story backward. I thought that was home.
That is for John.
I see. Okay, great.
Yeah, that was John's home.
And you're in a facility that's got plenty of room for expansion, but you do all your brewing here on site, right?
We do, and our expansion will happen in the back. We have another over 1,000 feet for meeting space, and another cooler, and so we'll just keep
So there'll be
expanding.
some event space here?
Event space.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, we sit on the corner of about 4 acres.
Oh.
Not quite.
So you breweries out there who are squeezed downtown somewhere, or into 700 square feet somewhere and try to do it, or upstairs and downstairs and in the basement, you need to get your 4 acres out in Carolina Beach and do it where you got plenty of room to do whatever you want to do.
Rich wants to do a lazy river.
Oh, a lazy river. We're going to do a water park while we're here. Why not? Right. So who is the brewer in the crowd at Good Hops?
Rich was brewing for our son, and he is still brewing here. He loves it.
Right.
Can't get him to stop.
And you kind of run the show otherwise.
I try to stay in the office as much as possible. That's overwhelming
when
for
you're
all
not
of us.
behind the counter actually serving beer. It's incredibly busy here on a Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Is this kind of a regular crowd, or is this up or down from what you might?
This is down for a Saturday.
Oh, it's down for a Saturday, even as busy it is.
Even as busy it is.
Oh, this is great. So how have you felt about the reception? It's been more than you thought it would be, or did you thought it might struggle at first?
More.
Right. So it's feeling a little overwhelming in some ways, I guess.
We are overwhelmed.
Right,
But we are brewing and having a great time.
Can you brew? I mean, you brew. We saw a sheet here that's got, 10 or 12 beers. Do you always have this many beers to serve?
We keep 8 taps going.
8 taps.
We'll open 4 outside, so we'll stop at 12 taps.
Okay.
But we brew and keep enough in the cooler. We always have beer in the cooler.
And what size is the current system, or how much are you running at a time, and what do you hope to go to or do?
We're on a 3-barrel system.
3-barrel system now.
And we are debating the 7-barrel or 10-barrel.
It's a big decision as to what to do next.
Yes. Like Lookout, we are still debt-free, both breweries.
Oh, that's great.
Still no investors or no partners.
Debt-free on 4 acres. You get jealous, Mr. Brewer out there watching.
It's possible. We don't have an elaborate, beautiful facility, but it's very functional.
I know, it's kind of nice to me. I kind of like it.
It's very functional, and we had so many people just morally supporting us, and it's been a blessing.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Crazy.
So, what's been the biggest surprise for you doing your own thing down here? What's been unanticipated?
Oh goodness, I think that just the growth. Still,
How the demand came so quick.
You know, I'm not
you hope
bragging.
for that, of course.
I am not bragging, but we have 40
This is the time
taps.
to brag a little bit.
We have 40 taps in the Wilmington area.
Oh, so you're not only in this taproom brewery, you've got local accounts.
We have
40. So how far away from? So that is mostly in Wilmington, or even further.
They're in Wilmington. We have Carolina Beach has so many people with second homes from Raleigh, Cary. So they were so used to having breweries that they have been extremely supportive.
Right.
And we have a few of them that live here and own businesses, and they buy their beer locally and take it to their restaurants in Raleigh. So we've been blessed with that.
Well, that's great. But most of the accounts are local that you can service
we keep.
in Wilmington.
Yes, we service.
And you're self-distributing now, so
Yes.
is that something that will change? Is that a long-range plan, or?
We will go with it when we reach 25,000 barrels. We'll have no choice, or go beyond our 50-mile, 60-mile radius. We would have to.
And that's a goal, or is that not necessarily a goal?
Not a goal.
Right,
we want to keep it local.
Okay, so you're really going to be local.
We believe in
You
the
want to
local.
be the brewery at Carolina Beach.
Yes. Yes.
Good. Right. So is there a style of beer? We drank all around the styles today. So is there something you guys are more known for, more favored toward?
One of the things that we've really focused on is an English style ale. We keep our carbonation to about 2.6. Believe me, we have people tell us, you're a little low. We know that. We're on an island. When this beer gets to ambient temperature, I want it to taste the same.
Okay, exactly. So you understand that, and we hope you understand. I mean, they're doing a low-carb beer on purpose.
On purpose.
Because of the heat?
Of the heat in the building and and being on the island. And that way my locals don't go, you know, with that. It's so new. Craft beer here on the island is so new. We've only got the Fat Pelican.
And you're still educating people.
And we are educating people. The other thing we did is we did not cut back on hops at all. All of these beers are just as hop forward as any Asheville beer. We did bring up our malt backbone just to
add to the sweetness in the
add
body.
to the sweetness in the body so that their palates weren't overwhelmed and they would not be turned off by craft beer. We have a strong following and they demand their specific beer when they come in.
Well, that's great. Again, as you said, you couldn't ask for a better problem to have.
True. We have to brew quite a few beers every week and then take time to brew some fun.
That's great.
That we like.
Well, thanks so much for having us in. We think you're doing great things down here.
You guys are doing the great
well,
things.
Thank you for saying that. We appreciate that. And for our viewers, when you find your way to Carolina Beach, in the season or out of the season, they're going to be here year-round. But particularly when you come down to spring or summer, when you make your way to Carolina Beach, make sure you include a stop on your agenda for the Good Hops Brewing, and we're going to get you some great beer in your belly, and you can enjoy your trip down here and go home and talk not only about your beach experience, but about the great craft beer you had at Carolina Beach. Thanks so much. And until next time, this is NCBeerBuzz, reminding you to drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.